Hi everybody, it's Galactic Man Larry here again with another Marvel Legends review, and today we have with us, as it was requested, I was requested to, well, first I was asked if I had this figure and then requested to make an unboxing of it. So here I have it. I've had this guy for over a year and it's been just moving with me in boxes, and yeah. And I also don't have a lot of display space, so I wasn't yet opening him, but I was like, well, at some point you gotta open your figures. I know that can lead to a lot of controversy, but yeah, I mean, I try when I can, because I don't have eternal money at this moment. I tried to get 2 copies of my figures or something like that, but in this case I just got one, and I'm fine with that. I mean, and the box is not like in pristine condition, so I don't feel bad about opening it. So there you have him, looking like a proper Thor figure should look. The hammer looks amazing. 80 years anniversary Legends series. I don't know, is this figure from 2019 or 2018? I mean, 2018 it says there. So as you can see, the box is not like in pristine condition, but it's in decent shape. There you have the artwork by Alex Ross. I don't know from which exact, if that's of a series of comics or something, or just an illustration he did. There you can read about Thor, a mighty Asgardian. Thor is the god of thunder and the son of Odin, king of the Asgardians. He wields the hammer Mjolnir and has the power to call lightning from the heavens to strike down his enemies. And there you have more amazing artwork by Alex Ross, which is, I mean, this guy is just, he's a master of his craft, yeah? Well, an artist. Anyway, then this is what you get inside. I mean, the box is just a plain box, and you have, of course, your warnings and things sheet, and boom, there you have Thor in a kind of a blast effect backdrop, and he's just there. He comes with, I mean, you have the figure, the hammer, and that extra fist. Yeah, and that's what you get. So let's take everything out of the tray. After that huge amount of noise, I still hope you're sticking with me. Let me take the packaging out of the the frame. Let's see if we get undesired stiffness. Okay, that foot feels a bit like we'll need some heating or warming, in order to safely maneuver with it, because I just don't want to break anything on my figures. There you can already see he has a jello diaphragm joint inside. I mean, the dumbbell or the peg inside feels a bit on the thin side for me, for the size of this guy. I would prefer to have I would prefer if the figure had let's say, a thicker dumbbell peg or whatever it's called inside that holds him together. But yeah, I mean, I won't be playing foolishly with my figure. I mean, yeah, you know what I mean, like doing crazy stuff that it will break it. So let's go over the stuff. You have this fist, which would go instead of that open hand. So that's, I mean, this is to punch people, and this is to for expression or to grab someone, or you know, like he's about to smash someone's face with the hammer, so he grabs the head and oh, that's a bit gory. Then you have the hammer looking really good, and it says the whosoever holds this hammer, if be worthy, shall possess the power of Thor. And so you have Mjolnir here with a bit of weathering. It has kind of a wash to it, or I mean, not kind of, but it has a slight wash. It's more like in the on the top, and here is there in the sides of the hammer, yeah, but it's not super. It's just maybe one layer of wash, I don't know. Then you have Thor with his cool helmet there with the wings looking. Let me get him closer to the camera. There you can see all the detail on the wings of the helmet. I don't know if, I mean, I might hit that also as well. I mean, to get them to open a bit more. I don't know how much would be correct. Let's see the artwork. In the artwork, you can see it really opens to the sides. I mean, the wings on the helmet, they shouldn't be flat. They should be a bit like spread kind of thing. But I won't be doing it right now. I will do it later maybe. I mean, I will do it, but actually maybe we can do it right now. So here we have the hot water, and what I normally do is just like this. You leave it there like for 15 or 20 seconds or something like that, and they just got some shape by themselves without any help. They already spreading, you know, those wings on the helmet. We check that again, and yeah, it's now they're super flexible. We don't need the hot water anymore. And that's how you fix that kind of problems. I mean, you know, he was packed in the package for like 3 years or 2 years or whatever. I don't know when exactly this exact figure was put on the box, you know, but on the tray. So you just want to do like that. And now you have Thor showing off his very operatic helmet, Wagnerian Donner. So, yeah, having done that, you can see, I mean, this is the Thor I know from my childhood, from the 91, 92 cards, and you know, this is the Thor I know. That's the design that has, I don't know when this particular outfit came to life and for how many years it's been around, or how many years this exact look was used, but it's the one I, and many of you of course know, and looks great, like the 80s glam rock or heavy metal lead singer or guitarist, like, how was his name on the cartoon? Anyway, yeah, and the figure is just great, and he also, seems to me, I'm not quite sure, but it seems to me like the legs, where it's black plastic painted blue for the upper part above the thigh cut, you know, and this is blue plastic. But it seems to me, no, I think I'm wrong. It looks almost like if it had a wash, but maybe it's just the plastic being dark itself. The cape has more than a wash. It looks like it has some sprayed spots on it to give it a sense of volume and things, you know. But I wouldn't say it's a wash. It seems like more like spray here, spray there, just somehow distributed. It's not perfect, but it's, I would say it's better than just flat red. But anyway, as the cape has these shapes, of course it will have shadows and highlights and shadows, you know, because of the shapes. The light comes here, but it's shady behind that curve and that. Anyway, and the feet have this straps texture, you know, like bandages, or yeah. He has some gold there, gold paint. This is black paint on top of the yellow. He has a boot cut. Cool. And yeah, and that's it for the aesthetics. I mean, all the paint in this figure seems to be properly placed. Nothing is out of place. The eyes don't look, they're looking to the front. They're not derpy on my copy. I also have the 80 years Captain America, which I also haven't opened yet for whatever reasons, you know. And he has a bit of the derpy eyes, but Thor is on the good side of the bright side of life, you know. Now, articulation wise, of course, he has a lot of hair. The hair has like white highlights. I don't know if you can see them. On top of the yellow plastic, he has like some white highlights. He has no shadowing, but he has like highlights. If you can see them, it's great. If not, well, I'm sorry, but you can see, I think you can see there has some highlights just painted on top of the plastic, you know, well, as it normally is. Articulation wise, the arms can go all the way around, but of course he has this shape on the shoulders, which is flexible, is bendy plastic, so I mean, he can go all the way around, but you have to go around the cape and all of that, of course. It won't disappear, you know. The shoulders can go over 90 degrees, which is cool, because he has the cut is up to here. I mean, the hinge cut, you know. He has the bicep swivel that can go all the way around. He has double jointed elbows, which can bend that much. I mean, he's muscular, so this bicep won't disappear, but he has a good, even having that bulk, he has a good bend to his elbow, you know, over 90, like 90 plus 45 kind of thing, you know. The hands can go all the way around. This is a bit stiff, so we'll use the hot water I still have here. But while we're doing that, we can check the head. He can look just a little bit to upwards, because the hair gets on the way. It's there, it's plastic. He can look just a little bit downwards. He has a ball hinge, yeah, as you maybe can see. And you can, of course, actually you can go a bit more. I mean, you can maneuver with that. I actually managed to make the hinge click once, so that's, he's looking a bit more upwards, and it's easier to look downwards than upwards because of whatever reason. The hand is warm now, so we can do it, we can bend it. It's horizontal, I mean, it's in and out bend. It's not, as I say, vertical, it's horizontal. Some people say that's horizontal. We all have our own perspective. The good thing, the good news is, oh, that's bad news. I think my hand is broken. It seems the hinge is, yeah, look at that. Quality control, people. I did nothing. I just took him out of the packaging, and this is, let's show it to the world. I mean, I won't die, you know, but it's an anatomy lesson on Marvel Legends. Well, I'll have to fix that or just leave it like that. I mean, I can turn it, but just a piece of that hinge is missing. Or I don't know if that's how they do all the hinges, but I don't think so, yeah. Anyway, it's super easy to pop it back on. It just came like that. Quality control issues. The thing is, this one is vertical as I see it. So it's good for wielding weapons. You know, you can smash a bit more. You can wield it a bit more frontal. And that's the only hand in this figure, as it comes, that can wield the Mjolnir or whatever weapon you would give him, but this is his trademark weapon. Okay, that hand is a bit stiff, but we still have our hot water, so that I don't have to force the plastic. Now, yeah, it's a bit of a bummer to have that hinge with that quality issue, but I mean, it's not really broken, it's just mismolded, or but I mean, that's something that I will find a way to fix. The arms are good here. I mean, the elbow bend, so there you have him. And what I meant is, like, you can angle the hammer wielding as you want it, and if I do it just carefully, the hand won't fall. I mean, I know that this happens, but it still holds in place, so I maybe just have I don't have to do anything. I won't be running around playing with the figure like a child, you know, even if sometimes I feel like I mean, we know how we adult collectors, we maybe take photos and that, but the cool thing is he has the diaphragm joint, which is, it feels ratcheted. It has a bit of a click to it, so it can go all the way around, and I think I didn't force anything, it was easy. He can bend that much to the front, which works great. I mean, he can bend good enough. I mean, he can bend that much to the back, which is also good and still natural. Of course, then you show a bit of the insides, but I mean, so he can theoretically do like sort of flying poses, like he would these kind of things, you know. Well, I didn't finish the pose, but you know what I mean, like he's flying, kind of pulled by the hammer, or you know what I mean, like yeah, typical Thor pose. I mean, flying with the hammer forwards. I would like a hammer like that can make me fly. He has also a I forgot the he can go all the way around here on the, not hips, but on the waist. I mean, sorry, forgot the word. He has my microphone is falling apart. Well, the cable just fell down. The thigh cut for each leg, which can go all the way around. He can do a really good amount of split almost the whole way, which is great for yeah, better than many Spider-Man figures. And this guy is much larger, and he's not Spider-Man, you know. He's Thor and seems more agile in this figure than many Spider-Man figures. Anyway, that much to the back with the leg. Because of the sculpt, you have limitations, but it's, I mean, again, is Thor, is not Spider-Man, and still has a great amount of range. He has boot cut on both sides, of course, and they can go all the way around. The feet have a a good ankle rocker. It's not the best in the universe, but it's not a bad angle, you know. It's a good one. I mean, it can go a bit weird, but it's still very natural, a good one. So that's the articulation, that's the figure. It's looking good, in my opinion. It's actually maybe one of the best Marvel Legends I have. I mean, I just opened it today after having it for over a year just there in the box. And I'm glad now that I opened, so I will have to thank my friend here who asked me. I forgot his account name, but we've been exchanging comments, so you know who you are. Thanks for asking for this review. So I made it for you and for me as well, and for everybody who wants to see it, to watch it. It's there now, and a great figure. I'm very positively, I mean, I've watched the reviews that have been around for years, like Shardimus Prime review, or also from Anthony's Customs, where they also say great things about this. I mean, they were very pleased, and I know they know. I mean, they know this stuff, you know. They're really experts. They have been doing this for years, and they know what they know. And now I'm glad I mean, it was because of the reviews that I got the figure, and now I'm glad that I'm doing what myself, and that I just opened the figure. But now, for some comparisons and kind of family moments, I'm bringing in Beta Ray Bill, because it's also a great figure. Even if the legs are just plain I mean, they have no. I would like the Beta Ray Bill that looks more like this. That's the Beta Ray Bill I know, but I mean, this is unmistakably Beta Ray Bill. Just look at that face, that head sculpt, and there you have him. And his 4 finger hands, and I mean, great figure as well. You should get that one if you find him. Get him. Here we also have another great figure, and at some point she was made Thor's sister or something like that. Yeah, I don't know that storyline. I haven't read the comics and anything, but yeah, I mean, I just know. I was there when this character came out. I was a child, yeah, but she was originally McFarlane's. You know, she was in Spawn. And then she died there, and then there was legal stuff, and then she landed on Marvel, and well, things happen. I don't know. It's not that I don't care, but I just haven't checked the exact details. But I'm glad to have this figure, because it's a great figure. And yeah, look, she also has the wingy thing, so she totally looks as Guardian, even if she wasn't originally. Well, I mean, this maybe it's the design has been a bit changed from how she was back in the 90s, you know. So that's the kind of a trio here, just for the looking cool factor. I'm gonna take them out because I want to do some other comparisons. First, we have, representing the Marvel, the Star Wars department, the Black Series, Chewbacca. And even if, I mean, Chewbacca is tall, yeah. With the helmet wings, Thor is taller, but even if we kind of know that Black Series figures are, I mean, or that Marvel Legends figures are a bit larger than the Black Series, even if both are from Hasbro, for whatever reason, you know, these are comic book figures, this is from film and whatever, but even with all of that, Chewbacca is taller. I mean, the head to head, without counting the wings on Thor's helmet. Here I'm bringing from the G.I. Joe Classified what would be, I don't know if he's the tallest, well, with his hat on, I think he's the tallest, because it's the same body as Roadblock, but he has the larger head of the whole G.I. Joes. Mine, sadly, this gung-ho is very loose on the diaphragm, so the vest actually kind of holds him together, otherwise it's, I don't know, maybe it would tip more to the front, which is a bit sad, but maybe at some point I'll get a second copy. If I tip him a bit to the back on the feet, I mean just to, then it stays in place. Now representing the NECA turtle department, but the live action ones, here we have Leonardo. Let me take Gung-Ho next to Chewbacca, because whatever. And yeah, I mean Leonardo, which is, the turtles are a bit larger than many other figures, a bit, but it's okay because they're mutants and yeah. But Thor is taller than Leonardo. I just wanted to compare, you know. And here bringing in a female import from Bandai, yeah, yeah. I mean the figure arts are always a bit. The Bandai figures are always a bit smaller than the Hasbro ones. Supposedly in the same scale, but it's not exactly similar or whatever. But yeah, I just bringing Kami in, and that would be it. I mean, I hope I didn't miss any important details. Maybe I did, I don't know. But I think we saw most of it, yeah. And that would be it for this review. I hope it was useful. And if you don't have the figure, I highly recommend it. He's really good. He objectively is a good figure. Yeah, the cape is in one shape always. It's a plastic cape, and it goes into the torso. It's not just attached. Beta Ray Bills, you can take it off. Yeah, but this guy's cape is there. So if you would like to change it for a cloth cape with bendy wire and all of that, you would have to cut that off. And I mean, if you're good doing that, then do it. If you really need to do that, yeah. Otherwise, the figure is good enough as it is, and the cape has a shape, but it's good. I mean, and it really is Thor. That's Thor, you know. Anyway, I hope this was useful and enjoyable. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to my channel for more of this content. There's already a lot of videos there and more on the way. And comment and interact with each other, you know, as always, respecting and leaving all unnecessary stuff out of the conversation. So I will see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao, ciao.